right there. Come up. I'll tell you what. Let's just make it like it's coming off the screen. I want you to hit me with the pass. I'm going to hit you back with the pass right in front of the D-man. I want to pump fake. And I want you to drive to the basket. Let's go. Now, that means you fake out the D-man. Alright? I'm catching the ball right here. I want to catch it up front. Alright? Then I want to step. Okay? Alright, let's go. Go. Work on your pump fake. Let's go. There you go. There you go. Let's go. Alright, now we're going to get a little bit more technical. When you catch the ball, we're going to catch the ball right here. Now we're going to jab step. We're going back here. Okay? We're going to finish right in front of the rim. Dribbles. We're going to finish right at the front of the rim. Okay? Any questions? Alright, let's go. Good. Yep, let's go. I want one dribble get to the rim. One dribble get to the rim. Okay, let's go. Problem is, you guys are doing this. I'm going to do my drive step. Think of my drive step and I'm dropping the ball over here. If I want to get in front of me, I got to push the ball in front of me so I can run underneath it, okay? Alright, make sure you do that. You can take some dribbles, but I want you to make sure that you're pushing that ball in front of you, okay? Come on, make the layup. Let's go. Very good. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey guys, Coach Scott here with HoopSense. Today we're going to be looking at full court presses and how to break them successfully no matter what kind of press they're playing. First thing we got to look at is why do teams actually press? One, they want to speed up the pace of play. They definitely want the opponents to play out of control so that they can force turnovers. Two, they want to eliminate half-court offense. A lot of teams are really good in the half court and not so great in the full court, so teams use their athleticism and their quickness to put pressure on them in the full court and really speed up the game and not allow them to get into that half court set. Three, they want to expose bad ball handling, and by ball handling that can be anything from catching the ball and being strong with it, actually dribbling the ball, or even passing the ball. And then lastly, we are going to use a press if we're trying to overcome a deficit. A lot of teams will go to a press in the second half or towards the end of the game after they have lost the lead. And in theory, that's going to cause a lot of turnovers, help them gain some momentum. But if you can just understand these core concepts that I'm going to give you today, and we can slow down our pace of play, this shouldn't happen to your team. All right, so our three key concepts to break the press. Number one, the most important thing I will teach you in this video is every single time one of your players catches a ball out of a press break, they must rip, face, and ball fake. This has to be automatic. We drill and drill and drill and drill this when we do our press break stuff. Any press break that you throw out into a press is going to be unsuccessful if you don't do these three things. And you're asking, do we ball fake every single time? Yes. We teach them as soon as they face up, they're making a ball fake. It just helps to create chaos with the defense, and it helps to create open spaces for our offense to move into. Number 2, passes can never be thrown backwards towards the opponent's basket. I see this all the time with press break. We throw the ball in, player steps on the floor, they throw it right back to the player that threw it in. That is an awful time to catch the ball for anyone in a press break, because not only are you right under the opponent's basket, but you put a lot of pressure on that guy that's stepping onto the court. All the defense wants is to take that pass and not have to move at all and shoot a layup, and it only takes 3 or 4 seconds out of the entire game. We try to completely eliminate ever throwing the ball backwards. And when we get into our diagrams and our actual press break, you'll see what I mean by this. And then thirdly, all players must move together and fill open spots on the floor. When you're running a press break, you kind of got to look at it as a zone defense in terms of like football strategy. We have to find open spots on the floor. As much as I would, like I said earlier, as much as I'd like to just drop a play and give it to you and say, go here, it doesn't exactly work like that. You have to teach your players to find the open spots on the floor and get into those gaps so that we can advance the ball down the floor. So how do we actually break the press? Next, we're going to look at, for me as a coach, the only thing that I teach my players. It works against a man-to-man press. It works against a zone press. It works against a trapping press. As long as you understand those basic concepts and you move together like I'm going to show you, you can break any press. All right, let's take a look. All right, here's the press break that we teach to our players. We just call this wheel. It's essentially a 4-across set. The biggest difference with our press break is that we put our 4 and our 5 men in the middle, whereas most teams would put their 1 and 2 or 2 and 3 guys in the middle. We actually don't want to get the ball to our best ball handler to start. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but every defense is looking to take away the best ball handler when it comes to the press. So we don't even want to get into that situation. Our biggest concern is getting the ball in safely, facing the court, and then advancing the ball. We are going to try not to dribble at all. So we don't really care if our best ball handler gets the ball. So the way this is going to work is our 2 bigs are set in the middle. Our 2 and 3 guy are on the wings, and then our 1 guy is taking it out. Now, does your point guard have to take the ball out of bounds? No. It can be any other guy. We just want to make sure that our 2 biggest guys are in the middle. The reason we do that is normally the defense isn't going to be as concerned with the bigs as they are with the guards, and so hopefully this allows our entry pass from out of bounds to be super easy. So the way this is going to go is if we need to, our 4 and 5 man can interchange or set a screen to get open. If they're standing wide open and no one's guarding them, obviously we're just going to throw it to them and they don't have to set that action. Now, once their exchange is made, we're going to make our entry pass to either 4 or 5. We'd love to get it ball side. That's the best place to get it. We don't want to go much lower than the free throw line. Like we said before in the video, we don't want to be down towards the opponent's basket any more than we have to. Once we make our entry pass, the first thing that's going to happen is the other big, so whether it's 4 or 5, is going to flash immediately to the direct center of the court. As soon as he flashes, our ball side wing, so you can see that the ball is closest to player 3, and he is going to flash straight to half court, just like our big did, but he's going to fill this side of the court. As soon as our entry pass is made from out of bounds, our 1 man is going to fill where the ball side wing just left from. So now you can see our set. We have nobody behind the ball. We don't want to even tempt our players into throwing the ball backwards, so we don't keep anyone back there. Once these 3 actions have been made, now what's going to happen is our wheel. We're going to swing it to our 2 man, and this option, either passing it to 2 or 1, you can do either one of them, and we'll cover the other scenario next. But on this one, we're going to say we make a skip pass over to 2, and now our wheel action is going to happen. 5 is going to flash from the middle towards the ball. 3 is flashing from half court right to the center, and then you can guess where 1 is going to go. He's just going to fill where 3 was at. So now, what we've done is we've kept the floor spread. We are not going backwards, and we're trying to fill open areas of the floor. On the diagram right here, it looks like they're just running to a spot, but when we teach this in practice, we have these players fill the open areas. So if we had a defense on here and we had defense set, we would want to go somewhere where the defense is not. We would not want to run directly to where the defense is standing. We're trying to find an open area. Now, after our wheel is run and we've faced and we've ripped and we've ball faked, we're going to advance. Let's say we hit the guy in the middle. This is the ideal scenario. Our 1 and our 5 man are then going to break, and then hopefully we have some sort of 3-on-2 kind of action and we can advance for an easy layup. Now, that's the ideal circumstance. I understand that's not going to happen every time, but that's what we're looking for. In this entire scenario, our goal is to not have any dribbles. We do not want to throw it backwards. We don't want to have any dribbles, and we want to catch, rip, face, and ball fake every single time. If you keep all these principles alive, normally your press break is going to work pretty well. So let's go over our other side. So instead of making that skip pass, let's see what happens if we make a ball side pass. So here's our second scenario. It's going to start the exact same way. 4 and 5 are going to interchange. We're going to make our entry pass. Our big is going to flash to the middle. Our wing is going to flash to half court. Our inbounder is going to fill ball side. Now, instead of skipping to 2, what happens if we get the pass back to 1? So if we pass to 1, now we're still going to have a semi-wheel action. We just aren't going to have the exact kind of wheel action we had last time. This time, since 3 is closest to the ball, we're going to send him out. We're going to send him kind of down the floor into an open area, and now we're going to run our wheel. 5 is going to flash and fill where 3 left. 2 is going to fill where 5 left, and then from there, 4 would go on the backside to keep our spacing. Essentially, you're all just moving together, and you're trying to find open spots on the floor without going backwards. From here, we would do just like we did last time. Make pass, hopefully to the center of the floor, break our press, and get an easy shot. Now, these are things that you have to practice. Once again, most plays, I know a lot of coaches are looking for plays to run, but most plays take time, and especially the press break takes time to teach and work on these things daily in practice and get the idea of finding open spots. You can really put restrictions on these drills. Have them do no dribble. See if they can advance the ball down the floor against any type of press without dribbling. If they can get to that point, they'll be able to break any press that's thrown at them. So this is our 4-across wheel press break with all the concepts involved. And if you can drill this and get pretty good at it, I feel very confident that you can break any press that's thrown at you. All right, guys, thanks a lot. We're trying to get daily videos out. We really want to get tutorials out to all the coaches who want them. Everything we do is for free. We're not trying to hide anything. We just love to spread the word. So like it, subscribe, and we really look forward to making relationships with some of you. So leave those comments, and we will get back the best we can. All right, thanks a lot, guys.
These are the fundamentals of dribbling. First, you can't dribble with 2 hands. That is called double dribble. And when you think about dribbling, think about it as though you were driving and you had a driver's license. Because when you know how to dribble this basketball, it allows you to go anywhere on the floor that you want to go. First thing you want to do is eyes up so you can see everything out on the floor. You will be able to see the basketball beneath you. So you don't necessarily have to look down, but you have to trust your eyes. And if you look straight ahead, you can see right, you can see left, you can see up, and you can see down. But if you're only looking down, you only got one direction you can see. So when you're bouncing the basketball, I got my eyes up, I can see my teammate over here, I can see my teammate over there, and then I can switch hands. I can see here, I can see there. So when you're bouncing the basketball, you want good balance, you want to stay tight, and if you need to take off and run, you can move with the basketball. Very rarely do you want to stand straight up bouncing the basketball, because when you're standing straight up, then that defender can get into you and force you to go backwards. So you always want to be in what we call a triple threat position, where you're bouncing the basketball, and if you need to take off, you can take off. Now, dribbling the basketball, it's all about your fingertips. You want your fingertips on the basketball. You don't want to be underneath the basketball. You want to be on top of the basketball. And if you can stay on top of the basketball and use your fingertips, then you can play games with it. You can bounce it, you can make music, and dance with it. Those are some of the drills that I would do to kind of get a feel for the ball and get loose, and I hope that helps you.
What's up, Hoopers? It's Coach Alex from Think Pro Basketball, and in today's video, we are gonna go over how to finish with different types of reverse layups in a game of basketball. Let's get started. All right, guys, well, today is all about reverse layups, whether we're finishing with off of 2 feet, 1 foot, inside hand, outside hand, off the baseline, whatever. So let's dive right into it. We need to work on our reverse layups so we can finish and score more points around the basket. So the first thing we're gonna work on is an inside hand finish off of 2. So these first 4, we're gonna attack towards the middle because at the end, we'll show you the baseline drive, the more traditional way to finish a reverse layup, right? But I wanna give you some other options to think about. So we're going off of 2 feet for an inside hand finish. So I'm attacking the middle, boom, getting here, finish right there, okay? So that's a reverse layup. You're attacking the middle, you're getting to the other side of the basket. So you're here where you can still finish on this right side, but we're coming underneath, but from the top, rather than from the baseline. We're coming at this angle here, boom, we got our defender. We're finishing on the inside hand, because sometimes if you finish from the outside, depending on how your defensive player is playing you, you could get your shot blocked. So this is just a quicker and easy way to get the ball on the backboard and on the basket. All right, so this first one is inside hand finish off of 2, coming at you right now in full speed. All right, so now we're gonna be doing the same thing. We're gonna be going an inside hand finish, but off of 1. So for you 1-footed jumpers, such as myself, we're still attacking here because we might be able to get the ball on the board here. So let's just say, you're probably looking at me saying, Coach, why are you driving on your left hand? Because I jab, boom, now I've got the defender on my hip because I'm going this way. I'm shielding and I'm shielding them. Now I have the ability to finish here, right? But if a shot blocker comes or I need to get to reverse just in case my defender here could block my shot, I'm going to jump and I'm gonna get off of 1, but finish on the other side of the rim. So I'll get here, boom, boom. All right, that's what we're looking at. That's what we're focusing on. This is the inside hand finish off of 1 foot, not 2, but off of 1 in full speed. All right, now, so we've just done inside hand off of 2 feet, inside hand off of 1 foot. Now we're gonna go outside hand off of 2 feet, okay? So if I'm driving towards the middle, boom, get by my defender. Now I'm here, but now I'm jumping off of 2 feet and I'm finishing with that outside hand away from my defender because they're here. I wanna put it out, boom, and finish. There we go. Just had to make sure I can still put it in the basket, right? So again, I give that jab, got him on my hip now, I attack, boom. Right there and finish with that outside hand. Got me? All right, so this is outside hand finish off of 2 in full speed. All right, so we just finished outside hand finish off of 2. What do you think is coming next? You're right, outside hand finish off of 1. So it's the same exact thing, jab, boom, attack, boom, off of 1 foot and extend. This is probably one of my more favorite finishes. So I'm a 1-footed jumper, helps me avoid the defender, and I can still get the ball above the rim. So again, attack, get here, explode, take off. You got your defender on this side of you, extend that ball and finish away from them. All right, this is move number 4, or reverse finish number 4. We still have one more after this. Right now, you're looking at outside hand finish off of 1 in full speed. All right, for this last one, we're gonna work on a more traditional type of reverse layup where we're attacking from the baseline. I'm gonna show you 2 variations on this one, where when I attack, I can use that inside hand, meaning the hand that's closest towards the baseline where I'm driving. So if I'm coming from that right side, it's gonna be my right hand because that's the side that's closest towards the baseline, right? We're here. It's always best to use the glass. Use the backboard when shooting a reverse layup. This is an excellent way to help you avoid shot blockers, extend the ball away from your defenders, use the rim as help, get to the other side of the basket and be able to score. Okay, so that's the inside hand finish from the baseline. Now you can get here and you might want to, boom, and use that hand that's closest to the top. So this one will be on my left hand where I get here and I feel more comfortable being able to spin that ball off the backboard with my left hand. So I'm going to show you both of those variations from the baseline drive, the more traditional type of reverse layup. Here it is. This is the final drill in full speed. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and practice those 5 drills that you've seen today to work on your reverse layups. Again, like I said, this is a great way to practice and work on finishing and develop scoring opportunities around the basket. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, I promise you, if you subscribe to our channel, you're gonna enjoy everything that we have to offer and all the great content that we at Think Pro Basketball release every single week, designed to help you improve your game. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, leave a like, leave a comment, let us know what you think and what you want to see in the future so we can continue to do what we love by providing you with the opportunity and knowledge, skills, and drills to take your game to the next level. So most importantly, click that subscribe button and join the Think Pro family. And until I see you again next time, hit the gym, hit the court, put the work in, work on all 5 moves and drills that you've seen today to work on your reverse layup. And remember to always keep hooping. I'll see you next time.
All right, now wait a minute. Now you see what he does? Kevin comes in here to set a pick on Danny Ainge, who's playing the defense on Larry. His elbows are out. He's got good balance. He does not hit Danny. He sets the position. Larry Bird uses Danny on his move. He fakes here, and then Danny goes into him. That's how the pick and roll must be made. That's how any pick or screen should be made.
On the pick and roll, I got Kevin and Danny. Danny's defensive man, Kevin's offensive man. I got so many options off the pick and roll if it's ran right. I got Kevin coming over, setting a good hard pick on Danny. I'm going to fake baseline, take a couple dribbles. If Robert follows me out so I don't shoot the jump shot, I got Kevin with Danny on his back, and all I have to do is lead him to the basket with the ball. The other options that I have, if Kevin comes over to set a hard pick on Danny, Danny fights over the pick, I come off, Kevin fights his way down to the post. I got a little bounce pass to him to try to lead him to the basket. Another one is, Kevin comes over and sets a hard pick, Danny trails out, Robert follows Kevin, I come off, take a couple dribbles for the jump shot. The other option I have, which is a good one, if Danny sees a pick coming, he anticipates a pick and jumps out, I fake to the pick and drive baseline for the layup. Or the man that's setting the screen can fake the pick and break to the basket. The last option, which is probably one of the toughest one to do because there's 2 picks involved, is Kevin comes over and sets a pick on me, Robert jumps out, I can't go anywhere, so I throw it back to Kevin, set a good pick on Danny, roll to the basket for the layup. A good kick.
Oh, there it is.
This is the no-ball box-out drill. In this drill, what we really want to emphasize is a strong box-out by our defensive players. Every time we box out, what we want to do is we want to recognize the shot. So we want all 5 of our players on the floor yelling shot so everybody knows what's happening and that the shot is actually going up. After we recognize and yell shot, on the box out, key points. First thing we got to do is we have to locate the player that we want to box out. So in this case, I locate, and then I want to make contact first. So I want to step towards that player that I'm going to box out, and I want to tag them. Now when I tag them, I want to do it with my forearm, but I want to make sure I'm not extending or pushing out to avoid any fouls. So I want to step in, locate, tag, then I'm going to turn, I'm going to hold that box out, and then I'm going to go get the rebound. Now when we go get this rebound, I want the players jumping as high as they can, trying to get the ball at its highest point, because we're going to have a lot of people down here trying to get that ball. So again, it's going to be important to locate, tag, turn, hold the box out so the player can't get by us, and then we're going to go up, get that ball with 2 hands. Now in this drill, how it's going to work is right now we have 4 lines. We have a line on each block, and then we have a line about 2 hash marks up. So how it's going to be is the first player in each line is going to go ahead and turn and face the second player in line. First player is going to be our defensive player who will be doing the box out. Second player is going to be the offensive player. So how it's going to work, I'm going to be in the middle. I'm going to yell shot. When I yell shot, all 4 players on defense right now are going to do exactly what we were talking about. They're going to locate, tag, turn. They're going to hold their box out for about a 1 count, and then they're all going to pursue the rim, and we're going to have them jump as high as they can with 2 hands and try and touch the backboard or touch the net. When they're going up for the rebound, we're going to have them all yell out rebound. We just want to make sure that everyone is going up to try and secure that rebound and that we have great communication on the court. Now in this drill, we're not going to use a ball because we want to emphasize and stress technique. So if we put the ball in, we don't want the players just trying to actively seek out the ball every time. This is all about doing the box out the correct way with the tag, the turn, and the rebound. So again, we really want to stress technique on this, which is why we're not going to use a ball. So in this drill, go ahead, all players face the second. We're going to get set up here. When I yell shot, I want my 4 defensive players to yell shot as loud as you can, just like we would in a game. We really want to have good communication on and off the floor. So right now, when I yell shot, everyone's going to yell shot with me. Then all 4 defensive players, we're going to tag, we're going to turn, and we're going to go get that rebound. We're going to try and touch the backboard of the net, get up as high as you can. Everybody ready? Okay, here we go. Shot. Shot. Tag, turn, go. Yell rebound. We're yelling rebound. Good. Next group. Now the defensive player is going to turn, or the player who's just on offense, they're going to turn, and they're going to become the next player. So now we can start going fast when everybody's ready to go. Shot. Tag, go. Rebound. Good. Next group ready to go. Next group ready to go. Shot. Tag, turn, go. Good. Yelling out rebound every time. Shot. Go. There you go. Good. I don't want you guys waiting for me to yell to go to get that rebound. Remember, we're going to tag, turn, we're going to hold that box out for about a 1 count, and then I want you guys going to pursue that ball. Remember, as high as you can with 2 hands so we can snatch that rebound out of the air before anybody else does. Ready? A lot of energy here. A lot of energy. Come on, let's pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Shot. Shot. Good. Go get it. Go get it. Good. Get up there. Good. Next group. Shot. Shot. Go. 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 There you go. Hold it for that 1 count, and then we're going right away. Shot. Shot. Good. There we go. Don't forget, we're yelling rebound. Yelling rebound. Let's go. Nice and loud on everything. Shot. Shot. Rebound. Good. Now let's make sure too, when we're boxing out here, we want to be nice and low. Go ahead, turn for me for a sec. You're going to be my offensive player. I'm going to be defense. So remember, when we're doing this box out, everyone, when we tag and turn, we hold this box out, we don't want to stand straight up. Because now I'm not low, I'm not ready to move, this player can sneak by me, right? So I want to be the lower player, I want to be in a great athletic stance. So I'm going to tag, turn, but look how low I am. Now if this offensive player tries to move, try and move. I can feel him and I can hold that box out because I'm ready to move. So make sure you guys are low and active. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Shot. Shot. Tag, turn, good. Rebound, rebound, we gotta yell. We gotta be nice and loud here. We want good communication all across the board. Shot. Good, get it. Rebound. All 4 people yell rebound here. Shot. Good, go get it, go get it, go get it, good. Shot. Good, coming in. Flying in there, there you go, good. Get up as high as you can. Remember, nice low box out. Tag, turn, hold the box out, and then go get it. Shot. Good, up we go. Good, here we go, couple more. Hey, a lot of energy, let's go, a lot of energy. Shot. Good, go get it, up. Good, here we go, one more. Shot. Good, tag, turn. Go get it, good. And freeze. Good job, guys. Now, make sure you prepare your players that there's gonna be contact when we're going for a rebound. But every time we wanna make sure that we're telling them that we tag, that we turn, hold that box out so that player's not getting around us, and then we go get the rebound. And that is the no ball box out drill.
Hey, what's good? Coach Colin Castello with Shot Mechanics Basketball, and today I'm going to give you a few stupid simple ways to beat any full court press. All right, now a full court trap is something that gives a ton of players anxiety because they don't want to turn the ball over, and a lot of times if they do, they're going to end up getting benched. So today what I wanted to do is give you a few simple keys to help you beat any full court pressure. That way, no matter what the defense throws at you, you're going to be ready for it. But before we jump into it, I want to make sure we get your handle right. So all you got to do is click the top link description down below and get free instant access to my power handle workout. This is my signature workout to help your hand speed, your quickness, and to ensure that no defender is going to be able to take the ball from you. Why don't you check it out? All right, so I got my assistants here set up in our full court press. So we're gonna pretend like this is like a 1-2-2 or something like that, where we've got a top guy and we've got a bottom guy. Now, this is just kind of the way we got this set up, but pretty much any full court pressure, these tips are gonna apply. So even if it's a man-to-man pressure or something like that, all these are gonna work. So basically what we got set up here is as I catch the ball, let's say it's an inbound pass or a rebound I take off, the first key that can help you out is to save your dribble. Save your dribble. So the number one thing that a lot of players do is they catch the ball in inbounds pass, and as soon as they catch it, they put a dribble down and they start going, right? The problem with this is dribbles ignite traps. As soon as I put down a dribble, it's gonna allow the guys to know where I'm going and they're gonna start to come trap me, right? So the very first thing we wanna do is save that dribble. So as soon as I catch the ball, I wanna survey the landscape first before I put a dribble down, and then I can see what I have, right? Think about the point of a press or a full court pressure is to speed up the ball handler to get them to make wrong decisions, right? I coach a bunch of basketball, and whenever we throw a full court press on somebody, it's basically just to speed them up. We don't really care if we get a steal. I mean, that's great if it happens, but most of the time we're trying to get other teams to throw the ball out of bounds, throw a bad pass going towards the basket, right? Speed them up, make them uncomfortable. So tip number one, catch the ball before putting a dribble down immediately, survey the scene, see what you got, and then use your dribble with purpose once you need it. All right, so the next key that'll help you out a ton is to use ball fakes. This is pretty much just like a full court zone, if you can think about it. And ball fakes are a great way to shift the defender, get them moving so you can get an opening for that dribble to beat the trap, right? So if I catch the ball here and I haven't used a dribble yet, as these guys are coming up thinking about trapping me, I can use ball fakes, whether it's a deep one down the sideline to get him to back off, or if I want to fake this way to my outlet guy to get him to slide. If we can use ball fakes early, we're gonna be able to move them one direction or the other to open up and relieve that pressure, right? Think about this guy. If he's coming up to trap me really aggressively, if I throw a ball fake here, he's probably gonna take a step backwards, and it's gonna allow me a little extra space to maybe use a retreat dribble to get a ton of space, or to attack in middle, right? So use ball fakes to shift the guys that are trying to trap you, shift that full court pressure before you use your dribble still, because that's gonna get them out of position, and it's gonna allow you to beat them a lot easier. All right, so next tip, let's say you've used your dribble, you've started to kind of attack this pressure. Maybe they're starting to close in on a trap or something like that, so why don't you come in, you come in. The next thing we want to be able to do is use retreat dribbles. The number one problem you can do in a full court press situation is to get into trouble and pick it up, right? This is what a ton of players do. They do this, guys start trapping, they go, they try to throw a pass over here, or they travel or something like that, right? We want to master the retreat dribble because it's one of the biggest keys to beating pressure. So as I come in here and I start to get trapped, I want to be able to retreat, keep my dribble alive to get space away from it so I can survey the court. Now the big important key to this one is I got to keep my eyes up on the retreat, right? I see it all the time. Players get in here, they retreat, their eyes go down, and this trap just follows them out, right? Their eyes go down, and then they go out, and they pick it up, and they're in trouble. right? So when you're retreating with the purpose of finding the open man, breaking the press with the pass, right? So as I get in here, they're getting close and I start backing up, my eyes go downhill, I start looking to the sideline, I start looking to the middle, I start looking at my release over here. So as I'm getting back, now I'm looking for my pass to go over the top to get it out of pressure. Because think about it like this, if they're doubling me, that means it's 3-on-4 somewhere on the court, right? So I gotta get it out quick out of that retreat dribble. All right, so next tip, all else has failed, we've got to beat the press with the dribble, right? And so the first thing you want to think about is attacking one man. So what happens to a lot of players is two players come to trap them, they get in here and they get frustrated, they get nervous, and then they just kind of like dribble around and go, what am I going to do? I got to beat this, and then they kind of panic, right? What you want to think about is you want to attack one guy. You want to pick one guy, put a move on him to attack to beat. So in this situation, most of the time, I always like to try to attack the middle guy, because if I try to attack the sideline guy and I go sideline, he's got the sideline to help him out, right? It's almost like an extra defender on that side. So what I always like to do is try to choose the middle man to attack, unless this guy's like a super weak defender on the sideline, right? So the idea is, don't even worry about the opposite guy. I'm trying to beat this guy and I'm trying to get him middle. So if I'm trying to get him middle, I might just jab step inside to slide him and then beat his hips over the top, right? So once you start thinking about it like, I don't even care about this guy because who cares? I'm gonna beat this dude middle, it becomes a lot easier, right? Other ways you can try to beat him middle, if you haven't used your dribble yet, you can pass fake to get him to slide. You can set him up with some sort of double move where you're inside to behind the back, right? Whatever it is that you're gonna use, don't worry about this guy on the outside. Focus on the man on the middle and try to get him beat, and once you do, you beat the whole press. All right, the next key to absolutely obliterate any full court pressure is to master the no-look pass. The no-look pass is really one of the secret keys to being almost unguardable in the full court, because what you can do is you can manipulate the defense with your eyes to get to openings. So think about it like this. If I'm coming up and I've got a trap coming, and I want to throw to my guy on the sideline, but there's probably somebody in the middle in that back side of the full court press, if I just look at the guy I want to throw and throw it to him, everybody knows exactly where it's going. They're going to go get it, right? Just like that. So what we want to do instead is if I want to throw to the sideline, I want to start looking off the opposite direction and then whip the ball that way. Because you can think about your eyes tell the story to the defenders. And everybody sitting back in this full court press is watching the ball handlers see what they're going to do. So as I shift my eyes this way, the whole full court is going to shift that way as well. Same thing with opposite. If I start looking down the sideline, if I want to go to the middle on the pass, if I start looking down the sideline, I can throw it this way for the opening, right? It's really all about thinking 2 steps ahead, playing chess instead of checkers, right? You want to think about what you want the defense to do, force them to do it with your eyes, that way you can throw to the opening, right? You can use this in any scenario. Even if I'm trying to throw a release pass back up the court, as I come down this direction, and I see a trap coming or whatever it is, I can look off towards the middle before I throw my release that way. If you can start throwing no-look passes, I promise you, it becomes very easy to break pretty much any press they throw at you. All right, the next major key, and this is one, again, I kind of touched on it just a little bit earlier, but don't rush. Don't rush, right? Think about how long a 10-second violation to get to half court is. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, right? It's a long time. You got a long time to get to half court before that 10 seconds is up. But for a lot of players in their brain, they think it's really fast. They think they got to go as quick as they can. And again, like I mentioned, that's the whole point of the press. So there's nothing wrong with catching a pass on an outlet here, seeing what you got, backing it out, taking a little time, saying, hey, no, set up. Yep, you middle. Yep, you sideline. All right, here we go. Let's get them, right? Because if you go fast, that's exactly what the press wants you to do, right? If you're patient, you can get everybody organized. That can help out a ton. Now, with that being said, there are times to go fast. Let's say a team's been pressing you really hard and it's been really tough, and you get a quick outlet or a long rebound or something, you get a pass here, and they haven't set up their press yet, that might be a good time to go quick before they can get it set up, right? So you want to kind of see where you're at, where you get the ball, what the timing is and that sort of stuff, and then maybe move really fast or not fast, right? Remember, patience is your friend most of the time when it comes to full court pressure. All right, don't forget, if you want to take your handle to the next level, click the top link in the description down below to get free instant access to my Power Handle workout. I promise you, it's a quick hitting workout that you're not going to want to miss, and it's 100% free. Also, if this video helped you out, go ahead and hit that like button, and then hit the comment section down below and let me know what sort of video you want to see next. This channel is brought to you by the people for the people, so all you got to do is leave it down below, and hopefully we'll be able to get to it. And if you're new to Shot Mechanics, pop that subscription button, ding the bell notification, because we're putting out videos every single week that are going to get you better, that you're not going to want to miss. All right, again, I'm Coach Colin Castello with Shot Mechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching, and until next time, splash on.